Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
In JavaScript, conditional statements are used when you want to perform different actions for different choices. The if statement is used when you want to execute code only when a given condition is true. When using any if statement, it is important to remember to not capitalize the if. A capitalized if will return a JavaScript error. The syntax for an if statement is if, and the condition to be tested for true contained in parentheses, and then the code to be executed if the condition is true contained in the curly brackets. An example of a basic if statement would look like if, open parentheses, time less than 12, close parentheses, and the open curly bracket, x equals quote good morning, close quote, semicolon, and the close curly bracket. This will test the time for less than 12 p.m., and if it's true, will display the greeting good morning. The if-else statement is used when you want to execute some code when the condition is true, and some other code if the condition is false. The syntax for an if-else statement is if, with the condition to be tested in parentheses, followed by the open curly bracket, and the code to be executed if the condition is true, and a closed curly bracket, and the term else, and the open curly bracket, and the code to be executed if the condition is false, with the closed curly bracket. An example of an if-else statement would look like if, parenthesis, time is less than 17, close parenthesis, open curly bracket, x equals, quote, good day, close quote, semicolon, close curly brackets, and then the else statement, x equals good evening, contained in curly brackets. So JavaScript works on a 24-hour clock, so 17 is 5 p.m. So if the time is less than 5 p.m., it'll say good day, and if it's after 5, it'll say good evening. There is also the if-else statement. This statement is used when you want to execute one of several blocks of code. The syntax for an if-else statement is if, and condition 1 to be tested contained in parentheses, followed by the open curly brackets and the code to be executed if condition 1 is true, and close curly brackets. And then we have else if, and the condition 2 to be tested contained in parentheses, followed by the code if condition 2 is true contained in the open and closed curly brackets. And finally, else, followed by the open curly brackets and the code to be executed if neither of the conditions is true, followed by the closed curly brackets. An example of this would be if, parenthesis, time is less than 12, close parentheses, open curly bracket, x equals, quote, good morning, close quote, semicolon, close curly bracket. Else if, parenthesis, time is less than 17, close parenthesis, open curly bracket, x equals, quote, good day, close quote, semicolon, and close curly bracket. And finally, else, curly bracket, x equals, quote, good evening, close quote, semicolon, and the close curly brackets. So this one, if it's before noon, we'll say good morning. If it's before 5 p.m., we'll say good day. And if neither of those are true, it will display the greeting good evening.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.